Hello everyone. Let us look at two very important topics: dimensions versus measures and aggregation versus granularity. On the left side, we have our table and then we have this horizontal line. Everything above the horizontal line is blue in color, which is referred to as a dimension, and everything below the line is green in color, which is referred to as a measure. So we have the category, the country, state, city, the customer name, market, order date, region, segment, ship date, and the subcategory. All of these are dimensions, which means that all of these are either a text value or a date or a geographic data point. Below that, we have discount, profit, quantity, sales, which are the numerical values that we have. Now remember, when we will do our complex calculations, at that point, even a dimension can be used as a measure. For example, let us say we have a region. Now if I pull the region and I keep it in the text, right now you notice that it shows me a list of all the regions that we have. But if I click and I change it from a dimension to a measure, and let us say I want to find the distinct count of all the regions we have. Now you notice it tells me there are 23 regions and the color changes to green. What that means is that the dimensions and the measures have been auto-categorized by Tableau, but then you still have the possibility of using them either as a dimension or as a measure. The next concept we have is of aggregation and granularity, which means that if I take my sales value and I keep it in the text, it tells me 12,642,000. That is the total sales for the entire business. Now, if you think about it, this is the highest level of aggregation, because I can't aggregate the data any further. I can only drill it down. For example, if I want to see the market-wise sales value, then I'm making the data more granular. One more time, if I pull the region here, then the data becomes even more granular. Now, what would be the most granular data point? That would be the transaction level. So if I right click on any one of these numbers and we say view data, and now I click on full data, these transactions are individual transactions, and these are at the most granular level. Understanding granular and aggregate is very important, because depending on what type of business insight and analysis you want to perform, you have to understand the correct level of detail. I want to give you one more example. Let us say we look at the order date and the sales value, and I will convert this into a line chart. Right now, you can see it's a measure. But if I click on the plus sign, it becomes more granular, because now I can see the year and the quarter. One more time, I can see the year, quarter, and the month as well. In fact, if I right click, I also have the option of converting it from a month, which is right now a measure, into a month, which is a dimension. Now you notice the color changes to blue. Don't worry if you are not able to follow this 100%. I'm not even trying to explain the exact topic to you. I'm just trying to tell you what the dimension and measure looks like. So the two colors represent blue for dimension and green for measure. In subsequent videos, of course, we'll cover all these topics in much more detail.